Hello everyone, the MV here. That intro, right, was pretty good, pretty decent. This is going to be my first podcast. I'm trying to make this as professional as I can, so I got all these scenes here. Um, Hopefully I don't get in trouble for showing this, but I don't think I will. Or playing this music in the background, but I'm pretty sure this music is royalty free. I think you might have to get... Actually, let's turn down the music here, it's probably pretty loud. I think you have to get permission to do this, but hopefully we're good. I'll turn it down a little bit for you guys. Maybe 15%, is that good? Hopefully I don't get in trouble. Monster Cat, I'm sorry if you're watching this video, I promise. Not making money off your music. I just, I love your music. It's good. Also, if you guys don't like the music, just tell me. It's kind of my preferred music, so you can always switch up the music as long as it's not copyrighted. So yeah, I'm trying to make this as professional as possible with all of these scenes and things. So what I'm going to talk about today in the first podcast of the MV, we're going to talk about our draft, and then we're also going to talk about the free agency and our schedule. It'll probably be about an hour long, and I'll go into this screen here and mute my mic, and I'll probably go get a drink because my thirst is starting to kick in. But for now, we're just going to talk about the draft. Let's hop into this. I already made this thing, so it'll be easier for me to do this video, so that's good. Let's make it so you guys can't see any of this stuff as well. It's gonna be hard for me to guess which thing goes with which as well. Besides that. Okay, so what I'm going to start out with is our draft. I'm just making it so you guys can't see all this stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to start out with is our draft. Round 1, Laquan Treadwell, awesome pick, loved it. Could have gotten Miles Jack though. We could also trade it up for it. In my previous video, I said that Miles Jack was for sure top 10, and he wasn't going to slip out of it. He ended up slipping to round 2. So that was exciting, and I was obviously wrong. Sorry if I talk a little bit fast. I kind of already know what I'm talking about. And this is first podcast, so I'm a little bit scared. Probably not going to be the best at podcasting. But yeah, first pick, Laquan Treadwell, very good pick. We could have traded up into the first round for Miles Jack, but I'm glad we got what we needed. But if we would have gotten both of them, that would have been awesome. But that's all I really have to say about Laquan. It's the first round pick, so everybody really knows what. Everybody really knows, all about him because it's our first round pick. Who doesn't know? What Viking fan doesn't know what first round pick we got? Second round pick, Mackenzie Alexander, great value pick. Not really what we needed, but it adds depth to that cornerback position. Let's go into monitor here, and I'll show you guys a few things here. I think it was he only allowed 20% of his, or 20 catches throughout 36 games. Isn't that insane? Let's look him up. Alexander catches in college. I already got it up because I looked it up the last podcast. Okay, let's check it out. There's a statistic here. Right here, 20 completions. Look at this right. Actually, let's get rid of that. Yes, save changes. Look at this. 20 completions for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns in 36 games. They only completed 20 passes to whoever he was covering for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's great value pick in the second round, is it not? He was probably the best all-around corner in the draft, to be honest, even with Jalen Ramsey, who might play safety, probably will. He was definitely the best all-around corner, shutdown corner, doesn't get as many interceptions, which we know we need with Xavier dropping all of them this year. But, shutdown over turnover, we all know Zimmer loves that. So, great value pick. Could have gone easily in the first round, but we got him in the second. Great value pick. I loved it. Our next pick was Willie Beavers. Wasn't in the third round. He was actually in the fourth because we traded our third round pick to, I think, maybe the 49ers. I don't really remember, but we got Willie Beavers. He is a tackle, so O-line. Maybe a needed pick, but it wasn't really a good pick in my opinion. I saw a few other tackles that were there that we could have gotten, that we could have easily gotten and been in better position with. But I don't know. Maybe Rick sees something in him. Good chance that he did see something in him because I trust Rick in our draft. Trust in Rick. It's a good saying in the whole Viking fan base. So not really much to say about him. We could have gotten somebody like Andrew Billings, great D tackle, or maybe a safety in that round. But I'm glad we went O-line, but maybe not the player we chose to go with. Next pick, Cantrell Brothers. I 100% agree with this pick. In my video that I made last, I actually predicted us. Let me just click on the link that's in our Twitter. Why did I scroll down this far? Holy balls. This. I actually predicted us to go with him in the third round. Let's see if I can look at this. Ooh. So I predicted us to go 86th in third round, but we traded our third round away. But anyway, yeah, we traded our third round away to the 49ers. Probably wrong. 90% sure I'm wrong. But instead, in the fifth round, actually, we got Cantrell Brothers. So 2 rounds later, I got the guy I wanted, I got the guy I wanted, which is, loved it. I loved that pick. Great pick. He actually had the most tackles in NCAA. Many people did not know that. Most tackles in NCAA. That's crazy. We got him in 5th round. Great pick. Our next pick, questionable pick here. Very questionable pick. I have him up here, but it's late. Oh, right there. We got this guy, not in the 7th round. This is my mock draft, obviously. But we got him in the 5th round, or 6th round. Maybe a lot earlier than I wanted to get him, and it could have been forced just because of somebody asked him to, somebody from NFL Network, I forgot his name, but they like did this huge thing and it was like made history, and the dude called Mike Zimmer and was like, hey, you gotta draft Moritz, he's a good guy, he's really good, and we ended up drafting him in the 6th round, which I think might have been a little bit forced. Might have been a little bit forced, but despite that, I'm gonna like this because why not? Despite that, good pick. I wanted him. Obviously, I predicted us to get him. Not in the round I wanted, but it's okay. That was a good pick. Loved it. Maybe a little bit earlier, a little sketchy, but I liked it. Next pick was David Morgan. Now this guy, let's just get a profile up on him. David Morgan. Okay, David. Oh, that's apparently David Morgan is a company here. Oh, and we got David Morga. How to channel. Okay, David Morgan's a company apparently. Okay, David Morgan, Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so we can actually look at his stats and everything. Let's just do that real quick because we drafted him. He's tight end. He's just going to be our blocking tight end. He didn't do much as of catching wise, but you guys can read this. I'll kind of scroll through it. You guys can pause the video and read it if you like. But we're just going to focus on this stuff right here. So these picks are always sketchy to me because he's not going to make a big impact, and I don't know why, but I like those big impact players. He's just going to block it. He's not going to catch many passes, if he even starts, that is. But he's probably the best blocking tight end in the draft. So in that perspective, great pick. Great value pick. I loved it. We got him in the 6th round as well. Only 8 picks after the Moritz pick. Anywho. Next pick was Stephen Weatherly. Great value pick in my opinion. Let's get a thing up on him. Stephen Weatherly. He was a very good pick in my opinion. Got him in the seventh round. Um, he isn't. It says when you probably look at it, it probably says that he he's a outside linebacker, but he's actually, yeah, it says he's outside linebacker as you can see right here. It says he's outside linebacker, but in my opinion, not in my opinion, but in Zimmer's opinion, he is a D tackle. So he will play D tackle on the Vikings. But where was he? Oh, it doesn't say when they predicted. Ooh, it says top performer. He was a top performer. No, that doesn't. Oh, he was a top performer in. He made the most. He did the. He was the strongest out of all the outside linebackers. That's cool. But he'll play D tackle, so he probably wasn't the strongest in the D tackle area. Uh, so good pick, versatility. It's really what you want. You guys can pause this and read it. Um, but yeah, Stephen Weatherly, good pick, seventh round. So can't really ask for much more than that. And the next pick. Now this pick was a pick I really liked. Jaron Kearse, the safety. He was actually projected to go in the fifth or sixth round. I'm pretty sure. Let's check this out. Yeah, yeah. He was projected to go rounds 5 or 6. As you can see here, rounds 5 or 6 right here. Which is, gosh, we got him in such good timing, because I thought for sure we weren't going. I thought for sure we weren't going safety. But then we ended up snagging Jaron Kearse in the last pick. He's going to be a good pick. He will be a backup. He'll make the team, even though he's round 7. So that was really good. Overall, 244. He had the highest vertical of any safety, and he's tall. How tall is he? He's 6'4" for a safety. So that's awesome. That's a good pick. That's a really good pick. I like that pick. Um, Anything else on him? He is a senior, so he's got that experience. You guys can pause this and read it. I'll keep it frozen for a little bit. You guys can pause and read this, and you can pause and read this. There you go. Okay. So I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go get something to eat really quick, or not something to eat, but something to drink. I'll be back in maybe 2 minutes. You guys can skip 2 minutes if you like. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll turn up the music for you guys. Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay, I'm back. Got a drink. Is the music even going? I can't even hear it. Oh, it's definitely going. I can hear it. Okay. So let me turn down the music real quick. 15%. There we go. Um, what to talk about now? My throat feels a lot better after that, so I'll definitely be more talkative this time. What to talk about now? Let's get rid of these windows right here. Okay. Uh, let's talk about our schedule now. Let me take it into that. Okay. Ooh, I like this song. Uh, we're gonna open up this. So hopefully this will be a little bit weird. I'll be winging it a lot here. So I'm going to predict our schedule right now. Or, yeah, I'm going to predict wins and losses and everything. And I have some things laid out on the side here, as you can see, and on percentages of winning. Okay, so to start things off, we play at Tennessee. Voice might have cracked, but I don't think it did. I think that was like a weird, whatever. I'm still a kid. So we got Tennessee, the Titans, on 9/11. So looking forward to the pregame memorial type thing. The Titans are they're a very iffy team. Like nobody knows if they're gonna do good or bad. Because if you look at their roster, they're doing pretty good. They got great quarterback. They got DeMarco Murray. They went O-line in the draft. So they could be very good this year, which would be awesome to see. I like the Titans. That'd be good if they went. I think they'll be a 9-win team this year, even though they went 3-13 last year. I think they'll be a 9-win team. So even despite that, I still think we're gonna win this game. Is that it? No. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay. So where is this? This is what I mean by it. So I got this whole win thing going on here, so that'll be fun. Why don't I actually? Actually, I'm gonna change things here. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna just type it all out again because I don't feel like looking through all these because that'd be kind of sad. I'll keep one out. Okay. So I think this is gonna be a win. This is gonna be a win for us. Even though they're doing good, percentages of winning, I'm gonna give us a 70% chance to win. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. You guys might not be able to see it really good, but I didn't really know where else to put it. I'm gonna give us 70% chance to win that game at Tennessee. They'll be decent, but not good enough. And we have a history of doing bad against or bad in openers, and they have a history of doing good in openers. So hopefully we still win that game. It'll be a close one. That'll be closer than most people think. Okay. So now for the Packers. Oh, jeez. That was a voice crack. That's what that was. Now for the Packers. Now this is going to be a close one. I'm just going to tell you guys now, I think we're going to win this game. Most of us know a lot about the Packers already. That'll be a win. That'll be a win in the books for the Vikings. Hopefully I'm actually... Okay, good. Why I think that? It's at the Vikings, so there'll still be a lot of Packer fans there because obviously Packers are a good road team or have good road fans, and it's a new stadium, so everybody wants to go and see it. But I still think the Vikings will take out well over the majority of the seats, and I think we'll be just so pumped to be in the new stadium. And I think Mike Zimmer is going to focus a lot on this game because it's first game in the new stadium and it's the Packers. We have got to win this game just for our own sake. Prove ourselves. It'll be a close one, low-scoring game, kind of. I think we'll get 20 points, and the Packers will go 17. So that's my predicted score is 20-17 Vikings. I'm gonna give us a good 60% chance to win that game, and we'll win it. Now the Panthers. That'll be a close game. We're gonna lose it though, as you can see. We're gonna lose that game. They were in the Super Bowl last year. Thought to win it, but we didn't end up winning it. I'm going to give us a 25% chance to win that game. Not much to say about them. Obviously, they're better. They're a better all-around team than us. Their defense is shut down. Their offense is too good. I don't think Cam Newton will be as good as he was last year, but I still think they'll beat us. It'll be a low-scoring game with our defenses, but I don't think our offense is equipped enough to score much against their defense. So I think that'll be a loss. But it'll be a good game. So I guess we'll see. Along with the Packers. Next game, Giants. That's gonna be a win. Just because it's the Giants. They have a new coach, so that'll either be good or bad for them. Could be good in the sense that they might go, 9-7. They won't be. I think they went 9-7 last year. Actually, I'm 80% sure they did. So maybe they will go 10-6, maybe. but I think they'll still go 9-7. They didn't really improve much, but maybe 9-7, maybe 10-6. They're a good team, so they always have that chance of winning. But I still think we'll win that game. We have a. I'm gonna give us a. I'm gonna give us an 80% chance to win that game. Uh, we destroyed them last year. Absolutely destroyed them because Eli likes throwing to our defense. So if that says anything, then yeah, I think we'll win that game. I think we'll shut down Odell because that's probably what we're going to focus on. Because if they can't throw to Odell, then they don't have an offense. And when teams don't have an offense, we win. The Texans, that's going to be a win. I'm saying this also quickly because I've already done it all, so don't think I'm not putting thought into it. But that's going to be a win. I think it's going to be a win because they do have Lamar Miller, which I didn't even know until I made the previous video. They did get Lamar Miller in free agency, which was a fantastic grab for them. And if Brock Osweiler can kind of show up and do his job as a quarterback, I think they will be a very good team. And everybody knows their defensive line with J.J. Watt, best defensive player in the NFL. He's good. So their defense is obviously good. Secondary, you could say they're decent, but they'll still do the job. They'll get the job done. Other than to say on that, I think their defense, I think our offensive line will be able to hold their defensive line. To be honest with you, I think we were ranked 5th best offensive line in the NFL, and last year we were the worst offensive line in the NFL. So the Vikings had. I'll talk about that in our free agency talk. And I'll have an intermission in between each section we go through, just so everybody else can do whatever they want for the time being, and I can probably just grab a drink. The Texans, they're decent. They're a good team. They'll go 11-5 next year, easy. Not easy. It'll be hard work, and they'll go 11-5. Just because that's if Brock can show up. If Brock can't show up and do good, then they won't be a good team. They'll go maybe 8-8, maybe 7-9, but they'll be good next year. I'll give us a 75% chance to win that game. Okay, bye week. It's gonna be a close one, but I'm gonna give us a 100% chance to win that game. Okay. While we're at the bye week, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Okay, the Eagles. Eagles used to be my second favorite team. It's still up there. I like the Eagles. And oh, you're not a Viking fan if you have a second favorite. Shut up. You have a second favorite team, and you know you do. I'm just the only one willing to admit it. So the Eagles probably my second favorite team. Probably maybe. It's changed in the recent years. So the Eagles, they aren't going to be too good next year, in my opinion. They got a new coach. They got Carson Wentz, but I still don't think their offense is ready enough for it. That'll be a win, easy win for the Vikings. When I say easy, I mean like NFL easy. It'll be a close game because virtually every game nowadays is close, but I'll give us a 90% chance to win that game. I don't like the Eagles' odds this year. I don't think they'll be very good, to be honest with you. Isn't much more to say about the Eagles. They lost after DeMarco Murray. They kind of just lost hope in running backs, I think. I think I'm in the believer that it was the Eagles' fault that Murray did bad. I don't think they used him the way Murray wants or should be used. But that being said, they could still be good. It might be Murray's fault, and they could be good this year, but I don't know. We'll see. I still think we're going to win that game. The Bears, at the Bears, we're going to win that game. It's going to be a decent game because it's at the Bears, but I still think I'm going to give us a, because they recently signed, or did they didn't sign Alshon Jeffrey, but he still has a year on his contract, so I'll give us a 75%, just because I think the Bears are decent. They'll be decent. They did a lot on defense this year, which is good. I like seeing that. So their defense will be good, but I don't think it'll be good enough in the sense that I think we'll shut them out, or they'll get maybe a touchdown, maybe a field goal. But I still think we'll score 20 points on them, and they'll score maybe a field goal, maybe a touchdown. So maybe 7 to 20, 3 to 20, one of the two. In my own opinion, each one of these games is the chance to be lost or won. So these aren't concrete in any words of the sense. Any of these teams could break out this year, just like the Panthers did last year. Lions, that's going to be a win. I don't like the Lions this year, and I say that because they lost Calvin, and when you lose somebody of that caliber, it really takes a hit. And I'm pretty sure somebody on the Lions said that they'll be better without Calvin, which I don't think that's true. He's maybe Hall of Fame. He was one of the best wide receivers in the league. Don't think he'll be good this year. I don't think the Lions will be good this year. I don't really know much about the Lions, even though they're in my division. I think it's because nobody really talks about the Lions a lot, and so I don't know much about them, but I know enough to know that we're gonna win that game. Um, so Calvin Johnson, too big of a loss. We'll win this game. Um, Redskins, that's a win. It'll be a good game, but we'll win that game. I say that because Kirk Cousins was good, but I still think I'm still not on that train of Kirk Cousins, just because I'm gonna give it 70%. Just because I don't he Kirk Cousins was never a solid quarterback. He had his ups and downs, mostly ups, but he was never solid. Like, he had too many downs, in my opinion. So I don't think they'll be solid. Jordan Reed was amazing. Second best tight end in the NFL, maybe, in my opinion. Um, at least fantasy football wise. So Redskins, I'll give us a 70% chance to win that game. Could be more, could be less. Um, anyway, yeah, could be more. The Redskins are kind of they're pretty unpredictable at this point. The Redskins are. So, I hope they're good. I like the Redskins. They're decent. They deserve to do pretty good after that whole what's his name, their rookie quarterback that ended up their runner, whatever his name is, I forget it, whatever. Um, the Cardinals, sadly, we're gonna lose that game. I have to, I have to do this. It's the Cardinals. They did very good okay. They did very good last year, and their chemistry is just so locked down on point. It's just amazing to me. Their coach is one of the best in the NFL. I'm gonna give us a 30% chance to win that game. Coach is one of the best in the NFL. They kept their defense. They kept their offense. I don't think they did anything but get better. With David Johnson being that star, or that maybe running back that could be just one of the best in the league. So I think they'll be very good this year. Neither side of their ball got any worse. So there's that being said. Um, all they did was get better, in my opinion. All they did was get better. They'll be one of the best in the NFL. They'll make it well into the playoffs, if not Super Bowl. Um, so that's my opinion on the Cardinals. Very good team. Love them. Uh, I kind of, the only reason I like the Cardinals is because I like Cardinals. Cardinals are pretty cool. They're a cool bird, you know. Lions, that's obviously going to be a win. I'm not obviously. I can never say obviously, because I'm either going to piss people off, or they're just going to prove me wrong, because every single one of these games could easily be lost. It's just dependent on injuries and just how we play. So every single one of these games could be lost. Every single one of them could even be won. but so I should never say obviously, and neither should anybody else. They'll have a bigger chance of winning. Would I put them at 90? I'll give them at 85 this time, just because we're there, and I feel like the Lions completely just flipped their coaching staff upside down and just got new of everybody. Um, so in my opinion, they'll do better because we're at Detroit, and I think they'll know what to do against the Vikings after they play us the second time. So they'll do better, but we'll still win it. Cowboys, that's gonna be iffy. I think in my last one I gave them 51, or I gave us a 51% chance to win it. Uh, I'll do the same in a sense. We're still gonna win it, but we're gonna win it. That was a weird noise I just made. We're gonna win it 55% chance. Just because I know, oh guys, the Cowboys went 3-13 last year. They're so bad. They did a lot, and mostly because Dez and Romo were injured the entire year. So this is if Dez and Romo can stay safe and stay healthy, and this is if their defense doesn't absolutely suck. And you know they have the best offensive line in the NFL. They have Ezekiel Elliott now, and they have Dez, they have Romo. So that combination, all healthy, their offense is unstoppable. They will have the best offense in the league if they can stay healthy. So that's my thoughts on Dallas. I like Dallas. Some of my family's from Texas, Texas. So, you know, I have to like Dallas in some way. Jacksonville Jaguars, gonna be a close one. Lot of people. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's get rid of that. A lot of people underestimate this team. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. This is going to be a good team next year. The Jaguars they're going to at least get 10 wins, in my opinion. It's going to be hard work, but they're going to get 10 wins at least. And just if you doubt me, take a look at their roster. I know it sounds crazy. They went like 3-13 last year. Actually, I don't think they went 3-3. They might have. Let me look this up. They went. Jaguars record. What did they do? 2015. They went 5-11. So they did decent. I mean, by decent, that's pretty bad. It's really bad, actually. But they'll do lots better this year. Just because they have that quarterback, they have Allen Hurns, they have the wide receiver, and they improve so much on the offensive line and defense. It's just insane what they did in free agency. So they'll be huge contenders next year, in my opinion. We'll still win it, though, because I'm not going to say they get that good. I'll give us a 60% chance to win this game. They'll be the behind the spotlight players. I think they'll be the Panthers of this year, and they'll just be really good. Without anybody really predicting it, really. The Colts. This is last time I wanted to I want to lose one of these two games between the Packers and the Colts. I chose Colts last time, and I think I'm going to do the same this time. The Colts, they could be good. They're good most years, and they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And a team with that good of a quarterback can't be that bad. So I still think we're gonna win it, but it'll be a good game. I'm gonna give us a 70% chance to win that game. They did. What did they do last year? They didn't make it to the playoffs. I know that much. Let's look it up. Colts. I think they maybe won 9 games, 8 games. They went 8-8, so they broke even with Andrew Luck being pretty crappy, to be honest. But he's still good. He's still really good. I think he. Actually, I heard that he had like a broken something for most of the year. Let's see if we can look at this. No, we can't. I don't think. Ooh. Colts give 140 million. Oh, because it's dollars. They give him $140 or $140. They gave him $140 to play for the Colts. Give him 140 million. He's now the highest paid player in NFL history. I think that's crazy. But yeah, I've said all I can about the Colts. Decent defense. They'll have a good offense next year. They'll be good. We'll still win that game. The Packers. This is going to be the game we lose against the Packers. Just because we have to lose one of these games. I think the Packers and the Vikings are pretty evenly skill based. So I feel like we should break even. I'll give us a 40% chance to win this game. It's in Lambeau as well, and everybody knows you always do better when you're at home, especially when it's Lambeau Field. So 40% chance to win that game. I've already said all I needed about the Packers. I think to be honest, I think they'll get worse as the season progresses, just like last year, but I still think we'll lose this game. Anywho, moving on to the Bears, we'll win that game again. It's at home now, so I said 75% last time, but I think this time it's gonna be 80% that we win it. Just because we're at home now and it's the Bears. Said all I needed about the Bears. Here we go. So that's what I think is going to happen for our schedule. You guys disagree, post in the comments, try to be nice about it. So that's what I need to say about our schedule. I think we have a good schedule this year. We'll go either 3-13 or 3 we'll go 3-13. We'll go 13-3 or 12-4 in my estimated opinion. I can actually let's throw that up there just so I can post this on Twitter. Estimated. I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Always spell things wrong. Estimated record. 13-3. Okay, I'll post that on Twitter later. My Twitter is the Vikes page. I'll bring it up here. This is my Twitter right here, the MV at the Vikes page. Haven't posted things in a while because it's been the off season, but I'll tweet out this video and also tweet out that picture. What else here? Okay, good. If I wasn't in the right scene that entire time, I would have been pissed. Twitter right here. It's right here. You can also on my Twitter, I posted 2 pictures, which is one of them is this picture, that you can just right click and download. I don't care. You can use it as your background. Got my Twitter link down there, so I'd love it if you guys used it and promoted our Twitter account. I also made another one right here. It displays all our drafts. That's what I was looking at in the first section of our podcast was this. So we got this. There's a mistake here, and it's not. I didn't make these. I just kind of put them all together. The NFL actually made them, and I put each one of these rectangles with the player profile. I didn't make them. NFL did, and they actually messed up right here. It says 160, and this one also says 160. So that's wrong in that sense, but it's fine. But you can download this, set as your profile, whatever. I don't mind. I like it. I have it as my background, obviously. Right here. I like it a lot. It's good to have. Anyway, we're gonna go into an intermission really quickly. You guys can take a look at that. That's a song playing right now. I'll go into intermission right now. I'll be right back. This one will be like 30 seconds. I just want to take a drink and a quick little break. So I'll be right back. Okay, told you I was going to be quick. Next we're going to talk about free agency. This one will be quick. How long have we been streaming? 40 minutes. Cool. Not streaming, I'm podcasting. I can actually stream if I wanted to, but I don't know if I want to. Okay. So we're going to talk about free agency now. If you guys are still watching, thank you so much for watching this far in. I'll put timestamps in the description of the sections, so you guys can just skip to the sections. I'll turn down the music; it's probably really loud. So I'll put timestamps in the description, so you guys can kind of just look at it and skip to the part of the video you want to see. But if you are watching this far, thank you so much. Honestly, it means a lot. I'll do more of these in the future, and they'll be more professional each time. And hopefully, we can actually get people on the show. That would be great. Um, what else to talk about? I feel like I have more to tell you guys in this intermission so far. I love this song. If you guys want to take a look at it, I love this song. It's a really good song. Okay. Um, what else? I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, let's move on. We're gonna go on Vikings free agency now. Let me just get the page up. Vikings free agency. Okay. Right here. Hop into this. That, not that. We're in it, right? Okay, good. Oh, I got a burp. Let me mute. Okay, I'm back. I'm unmuted. Okay, I have to figure out. I'll put this on my second monitor so I don't have to keep switching to it like this to see if I'm on the right scene and my mic's unmuted. Okay, warning, high encoding. Oh, you're okay. You're fine. Okay, so now we're on the free agency. Right scene, right? Yep. Okay. Now we're on the free agency. Brian Lenhart. Don't really Leon Hart. Leon Hart. I'm pretty sure you don't pronounce the D. Don't really know a lot about him. Tight end. Just unknown. Andre Smith, great pick. Loved it. Made our offensive line so much better. He's a tackle. Loved this pick right here. This makes our offensive line so much better if we decide to use him. Somebody might show up in training camp and preseason, but I'm pretty sure he will start. Let's see here. Michael Griffin, decent. He'll be a backup, but he'll be decent. Maybe a backup. He might start. Who knows? He's a good pick. We got him from Titans, as you can see. He's a safety. So got that depth. Just adding that depth. Alex Boone, great pick. Loved it. Probably my favorite free agency signing. He's an awesome offensive lineman. He's way up there. He's way up there in O-line rankings. Way up there. I mean, he's probably top 50. I would rank him top 50, but that goes with a little bit of bias. Anyway, I love this free agency signing. Probably my favorite. He makes our offensive line so much better, and you guys can come to this site and just click on one of these. I think it's a Minnesota Vikings link. Oh, it's a Twitter link. Oh, but it takes you back. Okay, so yeah, this is just a bunch of stuff you can know on Alex Boone. Okay, Manuel Lemur, he'll be a backup. But I like the depth that we added with Emmanuel. Again, just kind of creating depth along with this Travis Lewis signing. So creating depth at linebacker with these two signs. Audie Cole, the linebacker, safety at linebacker. He might, or I don't know. I like Audie Cole. He's decent. Linebacker, so just depth at linebacker. He won't start. Anderson Dejo might start. I don't think he will, but we paid him too much. I don't really like this signing. We paid him too much for what he's worth. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really like him. I never really... Apparently he's like one of the strongest people in the NFL. But I think that's all he's good for. I don't like him too much. But we paid him so much. I don't even know how much we paid him. I just know we paid him a lot. Okay. Defense tackle, Kendrick Ellis. I remember when we signed him. Just depth at D-tackle. Chad Greenway, love this pick. I love the veteran presence, and I obviously, who doesn't love Chad Greenway? So glad we signed him back, or re-signed him. Terrence Newman, glad we signed him. Very good signing. He led our defense in interceptions with 3, but he got 2 in one game. So there's that to be said. But I love this pick. I love Terrence Newman. Again, the veteran presence at cornerback, just too much to give up. Justin Trottel, re-sign. He's just a defensive end depth backup. Matt Asiata, depth backup. He's decent. I kind of like him, but he's kind of just our touchdown guy. He probably won't get many reps in 2016. So Decent. Just a depth pick, just a backup. Red Ellison, love this pick. I love Red Ellison. It gives our tight end so much depth because Red Ellison is a number one tight end, even though we have uh, Kyle Rudolph. So we have two number one worthy tight ends. So I love Red Ellison. That's a great pick. Marcus Sherrills, I like this pick. I like Marcus Sherrills, kind of. He's more of a special teams pick, I think. I think the only reason we signed him was because he's a great punt returner. He never drops the punts, so that's kind of why we signed him, in my opinion. Might not even make the team if we decide to go that direction, because I think, gosh, what Stephon Diggs? I think he can return punts if we made him. So maybe he won't make the team, but I think he definitely will. Mike Harris, great re-signing, best O-line from last year. You guys know everything about him. Um, he did the best last year stats-wise, so I loved this. Michael Wallace, glad we released him. Never really liked him. Um, O-line, Austin Wentworth. Don't really know much about him, but he was released, so it doesn't matter. Robert Blanton, didn't like him. Didn't like Josh Robinson. Zach Line, love Zach Line. One of my favorite players, to be honest. He's just so awesome. Let me make sure we're doing good. Okay, good. One of my favorite players. Great fullback. One of the best in the league, in my opinion. And I'm so glad we got him. Adam Thielen, like him. Minnesota native. So one of the reasons everybody likes him so much. And yeah, love Adam Thielen. Don't know much about this guy, but we re-signed him probably just for depth on O-line. And that's all we did in free agency. So we had two big signings and a few really big re-signings. My favorite is Alex Boone right here, and then Andre Smith, yeah. So added so much depth to that offensive line that I absolutely loved. Whew. So yeah, we had a great free agency and draft, in my own opinion. So I think that might be it for our podcast. Um, if you guys are watching it this far, if you're all first three people that comment and say they watched this far, I'll give them a shout out on Twitter. If you did watch this far, thank you so much. I'll give you a shout out on Twitter, on my Vikes page. I don't have many followers, but it's a little reward. Only 30. Yeah, I don't have many followers at all. But I'm working my way up, dude. I'm working my way up. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Honestly, if you did make it this far, thank you so much. I'll be doing many more of these podcasts. Hopefully with just, with some, guests in the future, or maybe I can get my cousin on here as well. We can just get a Skype call going, and yeah, that would be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Honestly, I'll show you guys a song real quick. That would be the song Pegboard Nerds, probably one of my favorite artists. So thank you guys so much for watching. Honestly, if you guys like the video, be sure to give it a like. Links in the description. Anything else to say? My voice hurts. Thank you guys for watching. I feel like I'm missing something. Have I thanked you guys enough for watching? Thank you. Anyway, 50 minutes, so a little bit under an hour, as I said. That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And be sure to subscribe to the page, like the video, and you'll be able to see the new videos I upload. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.